Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to be doing a 20-minute full body Pilates flow. So let's get warmed up and we're going to jump right in with some abs. So go ahead and find your C-curve position and we're just going to go into some really gentle C-curve backs. Remember here, the most important thing is maintaining the rib to hip connection. So really exhale and inhale to come up. So exhale, ribs to hips. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Good, guys. We're going to keep going with this for just a little bit here. Nice long neck. Exhale. Inhale, sit up nice tall. And inhale from the center of the abs. Good. This is such a good way to fire up those abs. Say good morning. And we're going to go ahead and go into some seated hundreds here. So inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Just a few more rounds here, guys. Breathe. Belly to spine. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Breathe. Shake out that neck if it gets tense. Almost there. Just a bit more. And come up. Good. Go ahead, sit nice and tall. Straighten those legs and take a nice gentle fold. Good, guys. I know that feels so good after that. So just take a breather. Go ahead and grab onto your toes or wherever it's comfortable and find yourself in a nice flat back. That should feel immaculate. Good. It's so important to do stretch and strengthen. That's what gives us those long, lean lines. Good. And once again, let's find that C-curve, come back, and we're going to go into some arm twists. So we're going to exhale to twist to one side. Inhale, squeeze the abs back to center. Exhale to twist. Inhale to center. Really twist from the belly button here. I like to imagine my waist kind of as a wet towel, and as I twist, I think of someone wringing out that towel. So whatever image works for you, this one works for me. So just breathe, exhale, inhale nice and tall, exhale, inhale. Just a few more here. Shake out that neck if it gets tight. You guys are doing so good. We're really toning up those abs. Good. And hands behind the head here, and let's do little oblique crunches. Oh my gosh, you should feel it by now. Good. So exhale to crunch that oblique. Inhale to center. Inhale to center. Push the belly into the spine even more. Good, guys. This is a killer for those obliques and that beautiful hourglass. And let's finish off with some pulses here. So arms nice in front, shoulders down, no tension in the neck. Just pulse, pulse, ribs to hips here, guys. I know I'm a broken record, but I cannot say that enough. Really contract the core here. Push the feet into the mat to help you. Maybe smile and relax. Good. Let's take another straight leg stretch over those legs and breathe. Good. All right into legs here. So we're going to make a little bit of a zigzag shape. And we're going to put our weight over to the top leg, engage that core, and we're just going to lift that back leg here. Squeeze the outer glute. This is a killer. Your leg does not have to go high at all. It's the movement more so than the height. So even if it's 1 inch, that is so good. As long as that form is correct and your guts aren't dumping out, we are good. So just breathe. Squeeze the booty here. I think there were ants right next to me whenever I was filming this, so I killed the ants. Good. Just breathe. And let's go ahead and tap the knee and the toe. So little tap with the knee and the toe. Slightly turn in the leg to tap the knee, and then turn the leg back out for the toes. This is a killer, but it's so good for the mobility and the strength of our hips, so just keep going. Remember to breathe, and of course, engage that core. Good. Last thing here, we're going to do some little attitude shifts. So we're going to use the core to help stabilize. We're going to shift our leg to the back and then back to the front for a nice front attitude, incorporating a little bit of ballet sculpting here. Remember, whenever you bring the leg to the front, think of the inner thigh leading. So we're working those inner thighs, carving them out. And of course, the core is on fire. Just a few more here, guys. Let your arms help you, so move them in whatever way feels organic. And I lied. Last thing here is these tiny little pulses. You can do it with your hands elevated for an extra push, or you can always set your hands on the mat. Good. Just squeeze that outer glute. It is on fire. Aren't we happy that's over? Go ahead and take a nice little stretch, whatever feels good. Deep breaths here. Whew, that was an intense one, wasn't it? I love doing this hamstring stretch here. It's so good for the hamstrings. Sit up nice and tall, and if you're doing this stretch, it's always nice to counterbalance that pull with a nice head tilt back. Good. Just pull that leg as close to your body as possible. Maybe pull to the side a little, test out your flexibility, and onto the other side. So find your position and let's go. You guys know the drill. Squeeze that booty. Your weight is towards that top knee, the knee that's in front. Core is engaged, and we are just firing up the outside of those glutes. Oh, mama. I think this side for me was definitely a little more challenging. So just breathe through the pain. We always feel so good whenever we're done with our workout, and you're doing something so good for your body. Let's go into those inverted knee taps to toe tap. So tap the knee, slightly turn in the leg, and then turn the leg back out to tap the toe. Again, this is so good for your hips. Make sure that core is pulling up. This is also an ab exercise. I think almost everything in Pilates is also an ab exercise. Good. Just a few more here. I was struggling too. Just breathe, and let's go into this attitude swing. So again, swing the leg to your front attitude, nice and turned out. Think of the inner thigh. Then using the core and your arms to help you swing the leg to the back without touching it to the mat if you can. And breathe. Don't hold your breath. That's just going to cause issues. So remember to breathe. Deep inhales and exhales. Think of yourself as a beautiful ballerina here. Good. Sitting up nice and tall in that front attitude and swinging the leg to the back. We're almost there with this set, guys. And let's go into those pulses. So again, you can keep the arms off the mat for an extra challenge, or if that's too much, of course, set them on the mat. This is a pretty intense one. Just squeeze that outer glute. Oh my goodness. Just a bit more. Can you squeeze it a little bit higher? Almost there. And relax. Good. Take a nice little stretch on the other side. Good. Whatever feels good for your body. You can always pause the video and do a few other stretches, just whatever feels natural. Taking deep breaths to activate that rest and digest here. And there we go to the side again, and let's flip onto our tummies for some prone work. So we're going to start with our right leg, and we're just going to squeeze that lower booty. That kneecap should be right over the mat, no twisty turnies in the leg, core is engaged, and we're just squeezing the booty and the hamstring. I think prone exercises are my favorite for tightening up the hamstring and lifting the booty, because it's just, oh my gosh, it works so good. If you're doing it, then you know. Good, and let's switch over to the left. So again, you're raising the leg by squeezing the bottom of that booty and the hamstring. No gripping in the quads. That's what's going to bulk us up, which is totally fine, but that is not what we're doing in this workout. So in this workout, we want to lengthen. Lift the booty, which is so hard to do, but so rewarding to see the difference in your body. Good. Now let's lift both legs and lower. So really engage the core here. If you feel this in your low back, don't lift the legs up as high, and really think of engaging the core. We do not want to feel this in our low back, because then that means we're dumping in the low back, and that's going to cause pain and issues, which is bad. So lift that core up, squeeze the buns. Good, guys. And of course, remember to breathe. And let's hold that lift now. And if you want, you can lift your chest up too. And take the arms to the back maybe. And maybe we do some little arm flips here just to really tone out that upper body as well, those shoulders, the chest, the back. Good. Nice deep breaths. Can you squeeze those legs a little higher? And rest. Just kidding. Don't rest. Don't rest. I lied. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. My bad, guys. We're going to rest soon, but let's squeeze the legs together now. Squeeze the booty. Squeeze the inner thighs. This one is killer. We're going to rest soon. I teased you so badly with that. My apologies. Almost there. This is such a good inner thigh exercise. You will feel it so intensely. I was laughing to get through the pain. And now let's squeeze those legs into a froggy. So really activate the glutes and the hamstrings here. I swear by this exercise. I think that it was one of the exercises that really lifted my butt and toned up my hamstrings. Good. Squeeze the glutes. Are you engaging that core? Are you breathing? So much to think about. Good, now you can rest, guys. Go ahead, shake out the hips, push into a cobra, whatever feels good for the body here. I love this twist. You can take your left arm back, send the right foot over, stretch the front of the chest, the front of the shoulder, as well as the spine. This feels so good. And we're just gonna flip and do that on the other side. Good. Just breathe. This is so good for our digestive organs too. If you've watched my videos before, you follow me on TikTok, you know I love twists. They're so good. And let's start with the inner thighs. So we're just gonna go into some simple lifts here to begin. Again, make sure your hips are stacked right on top of one another. And of course, we're pulling up from that core. Our inner thigh is facing the ceiling, and we are targeting the very, very tippy top of that inner thigh. I love these exercises. They're so low impact, but boy, do you feel the burn. Good. And of course, just breathe. Make sure your shoulders aren't piked into your earlobes. Relax that upper body here, except for the core. The core is always engaged. And keep going with these lifts. If being up is too much, you can always come down. Just do whatever feels organic for your body. Again, form is number one. Good, guys. Keep going with this. And now we're going to hold and pulse. So hold the leg nice and high and pulse. Pulse the leg up. Squeeze that inner thigh. Good job, guys. Just a little bit more. I love this inner thigh sequence. I do it all the time. It is killer, but really helps chisel out those inner thighs. Good. Now we're going to go with some circles. So circle the leg back. Really try not to rotate the knee here, so keep that inner thigh facing the ceiling the whole time. Again, I was laughing through the pain. That's just what you have to do, otherwise your face is gonna be angry and wrinkled and not good. So whenever you feel like you're really struggling through a workout, maybe smile a little or stick out your tongue and make a silly face. That's just what I do, and it helps. So I'm sharing my tips. All right, and go ahead and circle the leg the other way. So circle the leg forward. If you are circling back, again, don't move the direction of that knee. I know it's so hard. It's so much easier said than done. You guys are doing so good. I feel the burn too, trust me. Oh my. Just breathe, engage that core, and let's pulse. You can do it. Push through the pain and pulse that leg up. If you need to change your position a little bit, of course, do that to be more comfortable. As long as that bottom thigh is facing the ceiling, I am very happy. Good. We're going to have a nice stretch later, so just go with this. You guys are strong. Keep pulsing. And we're done. That wasn't too bad, right? Now do a nice little stretch. Stretch out those inner thighs because you know we're going to do that on the other side. So let's get ready and plop on over and start with those lifts. This is my favorite inner thigh sequence, or one of my favorites. And I've created it just by going through my favorite inner thigh workouts that I've watched on YouTube before, that I've studied through Pilates training, learning about the different muscle groups, and these movements just are immaculate at sculpting without building quad, which again is totally fine, but just not what we're doing during this workout. This is low impact, but oh so good. So again, like on the other side, we are using our nice long legs. So think length, don't grip the quads. Don't pike the shoulders up to the ears. Core is engaged. And of course, breathe. And let's go into those pulses. So keep that leg nice and up and just pulse that inner thigh. Oh my goodness. I know I already started feeling it here. Just come back to the core. Make sure those inner thighs are where they're supposed to be and that core is engaged, ribs to hips. Good. Just a little bit more pulses, and then we're going to go into our nice circles. And there we go. So let's start by circling the leg back. Again, don't move the position of that knee. So don't rotate the knee. Keep the inner thigh facing the ceiling. That's what makes this workout movement so hard, is that we're not bibbling and bobbling the knee all over the place. It's staying stationary. That way the quad doesn't take over and that inner thigh is really doing all of the work here. And again, those muscles are teeny tiny, so whew. All right, now let's circle the other way. Today's workout theme is apparently smiling through the pain, because that seems that's what I've been doing. So just smile. It also feels good to smile. You'll feel a little silly sometimes if you're just smiling in a room by yourself. I definitely started feeling silly whenever I did this. But I watched a YouTube video and this girl said to smile through the pain, and I did it, and it was awesome. Okay, let's pulse it out. Pulse, 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 pulse. Engage that core. We are almost there, guys. So just push through these few final exercises. I think Anne started crawling on my mat again, and I got a little distracted. We're almost there. Just keep that leg up. Don't drop it. You guys are so strong, and I know you can do it. If your leg was shaking, then you're just like me. Mine was having the bunny shakes. And relax. Okay, last little bit here. Let's do some core work. So we're going to sculpt those obliques. So we're going to do little heel touches to the right. Really push the lower abs into the mat here. And we're going to finish with a lovely little ab series, because who doesn't like that? Good. Squeeze that oblique. Push the lower abs into the spine and the spine into the mat. There should not be a gap between your back and the mat. Let's go to the other side. So now we're going to squeeze that left oblique. Exhale as you squeeze. You should feel the burn pretty soon with these, because we're really just carving out that waist. I love hourglass abs because they really work your lower core if you're doing them properly while cinching the waist. If your neck gets tight, just shake it out. Good. Now let's go into some cross body crunches. Good. So we're going to go to the right, cross, to the left, cross, and then to the center, cross. Beautiful. Again, keep that low back on the mat. That's especially important whenever we bring both legs up here and then send them down. Good. And now let's go into some single arm and leg extensions. So same arm as leg. Nice long legs, long arms. The body moves as one unit. Good. Ribs to hips here, pushing those low abs into the spine. Good. I was feeling it by now. I hope you are too. Good. Long legs here. And let's go into my favorite little oblique move, little butterfly squeezes. So we're going to tilt our hips side to side while bringing our upper body to the same knee. So exhale on the twists. Same knee to elbow here. And squeeze the glutes to open the legs and maintain that butterfly position with the legs. This is such a great ab exercise, and it's kind of fun to do too. Good, guys. Squeeze those obliques. I know they're on fire. We're done. Wasn't that fun? Good, let's stretch it out, guys. This was a full body flow after all, so we really did work the full body. We are going to go into just a little bit more arm work and ab work just to burn it out. So I love these downward dog to plank pulls because you get to stretch it out and come into a lovely, strong plank. Good. Let's just open to one side. Maybe lift that top leg, test the balance. Good. This is such a great little balance strength combo. Good. Wanted to peep my timer, make sure I wasn't staying too long. Good. And let's come back to center and do the other side. So again, nice side plank. Maybe you lift that top leg. This is tricky, so if you fall out of this position, don't worry. It's all part of the process. We have to fall to find our stability and balance. So just come right back. And if lifting the leg is not your MO for the day, then keep it down. Do whatever your body is craving, whatever feels good. Good. Let's come back into a nice down dog here. Oh my gosh, I love down dogs. They feel so wonderful. And breathe. Maybe you shake out your hips a little. Maybe you really stretch out the back. Good. And now let's push into a beautiful child's pose here. And breathe. We are all done with today's workout. I love doing a puppy dog pose. At the end of any workout sequence, really just feels so good and relaxes the body. You guys did so wonderfully. Make sure to hydrate, nourish your body, stretch. I'm so proud of you for doing this workout with me today. And I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.